Welcome to the Solana Changelog, where we talk about the changes that happen on Solana each week. My name is Jacob Creech. I'm joined today with Joe and Colin, and let's get started with this. So the first big news, there is version transactions and address lookup tables, which is a big feature that everybody's been looking forward to. It's currently targeted at the end of September, that's this month. So you'll be able to use version transactions and address lookup tables on mainnet beta by the end of this month if it is executed correctly.
So what's like the implications there for developers? Like what should they look out for? What's going to change?
Right. So there are a few things that change. So as the title suggests, version transactions mean there's multiple types of transactions. This will be a legacy, which is the current format, and there will be a version 0, meaning the new format, which has the feature of address lookup tables. And address lookup tables make it to where you can provide one account in your transaction, and it can map on chain or during the runtime to up to 255 different accounts. So it allows for you to compose with more accounts in a single transaction, and it allows you to compress your amount of space that a transaction has, which it currently is capped at 1232 bytes. You can compress it down a lot more and be able to do a lot more per transaction.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. So on the note, Joe, what did you find this past week that was really cool?
Yeah, so there's actually a new proposal here for the fee markets for storage, it's called. And basically what this kind of means is there's going to be a demand-based fee structure for the transaction when you go to set up an account. And it's going to be based on the size that you're requesting for that account. And you can actually push the size further than that 10 megabytes that we've been seeing so far. So really cool, give a little bit more flexibility there. And it also helps out validators too.
And I guess this is just in a draft stage, I suppose. So if you want to give some feedback, it's still possible to do so.
Yep. It's still a proposal, so you can go on GitHub and you can comment on it, take a look at it. You can read through the discussion previously that it came from. And yeah, let them know what you think. How about you, Colin? What did you find?
Yeah, I guess the two commits that kind of stood out for me were in relation to the version transactions that Jacob spoke about. The first one was in Web3.js. It now has added support for version transactions in 2 more methods, being send transaction and simulate transaction. And also on the RPC side, for JSON parse responses, the resolved keys from the table lookup are included as part of that response, which I guess just kind of makes it easier to understand whether or not an account was loaded from a lookup table or part of the transaction itself. And for you, Jacob, anything stand out?
Yeah, and I saw a commit on return data support for get block and get transaction. So previously you could see what the possible return data was from a call with simulate transaction. Now you can actually see what the return data also was on get transaction and get block, which is really cool. Allows you to do a lot more with figuring out what was returned from a program on chain.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. Any other commits, guys? Do you guys see anything else?
That's it. Have you all seen any cool resources this past week?
Yeah. So actually, SuperTeamDAO just dropped what's called SuperTeam Earn. So you can go to earn.superteam.fun and you can take a look. Actually, it's a pretty cool UI. You can see that there's going to be bounties on there. There's job offers and opportunities there. There's, different kinds of like grant opportunities on there. And tons of like learning resources. So go take a look and just kind of click through it and see. They did a really good job, and they actually revealed it at the New Delhi Hacker House. So take a look at that, and if you can catch the video, take a look at that as well. That's really it. That is it for this week's changelog. And I've been Joe, Jacob, and Colin, and we look forward to having you guys next week.